Whilst NIO is singing and dancing in the wind with record order numbers, with this month's deliveries projected to break above 20,000 and even potentially break into all-time highs monthly deliveries, NIO is doing fantastically well. In fact, NIO has won the other competitors, namely even bigger ones, by market cap. They are in absolute mayhem, in absolute turmoil. They are in knee-deep mud, struggling to get out. And in this video, I'm going to give you the deep insight of what's going on. There's two big companies, Li Auto and Porsche. First, let's talk about Li Auto. We know about the job cuts, 5,600 job cuts, mainly here in Beijing, because of the failure of the Li Auto Mega. It's not doing too well. It's selling about 1,000 cars a month. Definitely way below expectations. They were expecting to sell 8,000 cars per month with that vehicle. As a result, they've decided that we're going to cut our employees. And what's so terrible about this is that employees, apparently they got the text message the night before. The next day, they got fired. And then the HR person that fired them also got fired. What? Yeah, so you got these massive layoffs. The person firing you is also being fired. What the hell? And apparently, some of these Li Auto employees have said that their reasoning for being fired are just stupid. Some of these guys are being fired because they left their post for 30 minutes. What? So they go to a bathroom for 30 minutes or more than 30 minutes? Boom. Sorry, you're fired. What the hell? That's their excuse. All right. And apparently, Li Auto is actually charging these ex-employees for damages to their work laptop. So they have these work MacBook Airs and that kind of stuff, and scratches and that kind of dents and stuff like that. They're asking these employees that got fired to pay $3,600 for this one particular employee in damages, or buy that MacBook Air straight up for 9,000 RMB when that MacBook Air is many years old, and you would never be able to like get 9,000 RMB if you're trying to sell that computer. It's probably worth like a third or even 1/4 that amount, and they're charging these Li Auto employees for damages to their work laptop, also damages to their cable, like charging cable and charging plug. Even those do not get spared. You see some damage on that, you get charged for that. What the hell, right? Holy crap. So they originally planned to have 8,000 deliveries a month for the Li Auto Mega. Very optimistic. But they're doing only 1/8 of that. And apparently the factory that produces Li Auto Megas, the workers there get 6-day holidays. They only get to work 1 day a week because they don't need to build that many cars. What? Li Auto attributed most of their failure as a result of not having enough charging infrastructure, and they're trying to deploy as many of these charging stations as well as they can, all right? But that's, of course, going to eat into their bottom line, and they're going to spend so much money on this infrastructure in such a short amount of time, it's just going to look bad on the earnings report. So Li Auto CEO made a very bad judgment, and then the employees are paying the ultimate price. And these ex-employees, ex-Li Auto employees, they do not have anything good to say about the company. And they said, man, the work culture there, just absolutely not that good. All right. So enough about Li Auto. They're not doing that well, and they're stuck in the mud. Next, let's talk about Porsche. What's going on with Porsche? Porsche is also in a lot of turmoil. Apparently here in China, there is a dispute between the 4S dealerships and the headquarters, all right, Porsche headquarters, HQ. And the main dispute is because sales are falling year over year in terms of Q1 sales, and the pure electric cars for Porsche absolutely do not sell. They don't sell that well. Taycan doesn't really sell that well. And what's happening is HQ is forcing inventory on these dealerships, but they already have so much supply They have enough supply to last them this entire year. All right, current existing supply. They can sell cars until the end of this year, and they don't need any new cars from Germany. But this price war, this competitiveness, all right, NIO's success has really caused them to be forced to lower prices. All right, they gotta do price cuts 10 to 25% on the Taycan and Macan models, vehicles, and even then it's not selling that well. And because of being forced to take on inventory by HQ, they've decided, all right, the dealerships here in China have decided that we are going to stand our ground and reject HQ and not take in inventory, which is absolutely crazy. You've never seen this kind of thing before. And because they're selling it at discounted pricing, they're selling it at a loss. What the hell? And they're asking HQ to offer subsidies for selling these cars at a loss. So this is absolutely insane as well. It just shows the disruption that NIO has when it comes to the pure EV game. And if you saw during the Beijing Auto Show, it was mainly they only brought EVs to the auto show. Porsche, they only brought EVs, and clearly their emphasis is on EVs. So, but everything's not going too well. All right. So clearly shows that, first of all, what we can all learn from this, infrastructure is still the key. And when it comes to Li Auto, a lot of us ask this question: is it because of Li Auto brand that the car sells, or is it because of the gas tank that the car sells? And now it becomes very clear that it's because of the gas tank that car sells. Okay, the brand itself, not so much. And of course, the Auto CEO himself said not enough infrastructure. Maybe that might be just an excuse. All right, maybe that might just be an excuse. But clearly, NIO's infrastructure is really paying off. NIO is the number one in terms of infrastructure. NIO's got more charging stations than Tesla. All right, and NIO's got, of course, on top of that, swap stations. So NIO Power is the thing that's really causing people to not have any sort of anxiety when choosing a EV. And that's really been a huge brand recognition for a lot of customers here in China. And people have shifted their focus. I mean, like, it's very interesting how mentality has changed. Many, many years ago, all right, first people were very pessimistic about EREV. And then about 2 years ago, about 1 to 2 years ago, we had the EREVs come in. Everybody's buying EREVs because they think it solves all the range anxiety and everything. But then now people are realizing that EREVs, they're not as convenient as it's supposed to be. You're actually making a lot of compromises. And that battery swap is actually much, much better. So people are buying NIOs. Interesting. NIO has won. Both Porsche and Li Auto, they're knee deep in mud. And they pretty much have to hit the reset button. All right. They got to do things differently. All right. And even Li Autos, they're postponing their pure electric lineup, the SUVs, until next year. And even then, even if you get a ton of supercharging stations, it doesn't really matter, to be honest, in my opinion. Because, look, the same thing with Xpeng. Xpeng has these supercharging stations. Does it add any value to Xpeng's cars? Are people buying Xpeng's cars because they got so many supercharging stations? Not really, all right? It's not a unique moat. So, yeah, it seems like Li Auto's moat, fridge, big screen, comfortable seats, easily replicated. All right, on the higher end by Ito with the more expensive cars, and then on the lower end by Leap Motors. So Li Auto is sandwiched in the middle, and things aren't looking too good. Okay, the EREV market is very saturated, and when it comes to pure electric luxury, NIO is the king. NIO is the king. Nobody can outsell NIO in the pure EV luxury market. So NIO has won, guys. These guys, they're in trouble. All right. As always, stay safe, stay healthy. Peace out.